Hello and welcome to Becoming Abundant podcast. I am your host, Anna Maria Jinga, and this is our side of the internet where we get to speak about true abundance, personal authority, emotional optimization, and the pure power of alignment, all while living in the presence and guidance of God Himself. I am a holistic coach and mentor focusing on healing the emotions keeping you stuck so that the mind and body can align and live a limitless life. We all have a mission and a purpose, and I am here to help you unchain from what's been holding you back to actually live in your full potential. Think of it as transformative triggering in the best possible way. The time has come to live a life you love. Let's dive in. Well, hello, my darlings, and welcome to this week's episode. I am your host, Anna Maria Jinga, and let's dive in. Fully, completely, super quick, let's dive in because this week we get to speak about a really exciting thing that has happened in my life recently, which is I just launched my very first self-coaching workbook that is called Truth Left Unspoken. And I get to share with you how it actually came to life. And not only that, but what it happened for me to actually make a self coaching workbook and give it to people to help them. So, before we get started, I want to invite you to think about your biggest dream or one of your biggest dreams. Think about what might be getting in the way and then listen intently to what I have to say in this episode because it might just help you push things out of the way of you actually completing all tasks that are within your control to make that dream happen because it's important. You wouldn't have a dream if it wasn't meant for you to make it happen. If other people weren't needing your dream to happen so that it could serve them in a certain manner as well. And I'm not speaking about materialistic dreams. I'm talking about those dreams that make so much sense to you, that feel like they could change your life when they happen. Those are the dreams. Those are the dreams that we're going to pinpoint in today's episode. So, that is one of my dreams, launching a self coaching workbook, and not just the workbook itself, but what's behind it. And what's behind this small but mighty workbook is my need, my calling, my soul searching fire that's built inside of me that is meant to bring freedom to the minds and hearts of people. And you probably heard me saying this many, many times that I love to teach people how to think. I love to walk you guys to experience life from a different perspective, not by being led by someone there, but by you choosing it for yourself. And that's one of the reasons why this workbook had to come into play. Because two things. One, the workbook actually metamorphosized from a poetry book I launched about 4 years ago in 2020. And funny enough, it was summer when I started that poetry book and I launched it in July. And now I got to launch the self coaching workbook in September, which is very exciting because September, as you knew, was my birthday month. And I got to shift into a whole new perspective of life for me that made me feel not just competent to put this together, but made me feel like if I'm not doing it, I'm doing a massive disservice to all the people that need something like this in their life. Because two reasons. Well, many reasons, but some of them are maybe someone doesn't have a clear way of choosing to go to coaching. Maybe someone doesn't know what coaching is about. Maybe someone is struggling and doesn't know how to ask for help. Maybe someone's struggling with their budget and they cannot afford hiring a coach. Maybe someone has so many things going on and they don't want to go to a therapist, but a coaching journal will help. Maybe someone doesn't have a clear path to their own healing. And now, two, the other reason why I created this is because it's the first of many. I don't know if I'm going to create more workbooks. but I will create more spaces and more opportunities and more materials for you guys to actually experience working with me. Why it transformed from a poetry book into a workbook is because I used all of the poems in that poetry book to help myself heal from many things happening in my life. And once I launched it, and once I had it physically in my hand and I read through everything, I realized that it wasn't necessarily meant for anyone else. And then I stopped it. I think probably 100 people bought the book. But the thing is, I didn't mean for it to reach too many people. However, back then, however, when it did reach those people, I realized that my own healing that happened through that poetry book triggered and awakened other people's healing as well. So that was very beautiful to witness. And I knew that even though I wanted the poetry to be just mine, it was meant for other people as well. So through the past 4 years, the whole poetry book sat on my shelf and in an archived Amazon shelf until this summer when I realized that it needs to come out. It needs to come out in the new format that will also help others, not just myself. So the workbook came to life. And this beautiful, magnificent, very heartfelt workbook is made of 3 modules. And what you get to experience in it is understanding your identity, is understanding the chaos that you surround yourself with and the chaos that you also create with the choices that you make. And then these two combined with the last module of healing and the process of healing creates a nice balanced full circle of the journey from who you are, what's going on, into who you need to be. And that is the journey I get to take you through in this workbook. Each module has 33 questions. In total, you have 99 questions because I believe that the number 99 is very balanced. It's feels like completion. 9 is fulfillment. And another reason why it was 33 was because in the Bible, there's this beautiful verse that kept coming back to me in many formats as reminders. And it came as reminders every time I felt stuck. And I thought in my previous life as a New Age participant, I thought that the numbers that were popping up as free, free, free were supposed to tell me something. When I stopped that and I asked God, hey, what is this all about? I kept hearing in my head, read the Bible. And I went, actually Googled first. I Googled first, what does free, free, free Bible verse speak about? And the only thing that came up was Jeremiah 33:3. And it says, call to me and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. And that in itself was the biggest epiphany for me because that is the underlying message of the workbook. Call to me as your creator, not me, Anna. Me as in the great me, not me, Anna. But the Bible verse inspired me to create this workbook where you get to call upon God, upon your creator, to walk you through the path from figuring out who you are to figuring out what's getting in the way to finally making sense of how to walk yourself out of it and into your true potential and into your true blessing that is your life. So when that kept coming up this summer over and over, free, 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 Jeremiah, free, free, free on my posts everywhere, I'm like, okay, God, I'm hearing you. Let's make this happen. And I can tell you that for the first few months of working with it, I put together the list of questions and I sat with my clients and I listened to them, what they were not saying, what they were hiding from, And I got to understand what kind of questions they needed to be asked. And those were the questions that I made a list of. And when I got to the point where it felt aligned, I wrote them down, I split them into 3 categories, and the workbook started making sense. And when the book started opening up to me, I knew the words that I had to start speaking in the introduction, in each module's description, everything. And the colors started showing up for me. The name, I thought I wanted to call it something different, but then I realized that it's the best full circle moment to link the truth left unspoken in my life and back in 2020 to the truth left unspoken in your life now in 2024 and moving forward as you start speaking your own truth that you have been hiding away from speaking, from showing up, from putting it into light for so many years. Because this workbook is meant for people who are ready to face their truth. They don't know how, they don't know where to start, but they know that how will show up when they know the why and when they know what to do next. And I just brought to you a whole workbook of what to do next. I get to inspire you with some of the words that I wrote there. I get to guide you through the questions that will help you think about everything that's going on in your life. And it's not meant just for your personal development. If you're a business owner that you feel stuck in your business and you don't know what the hell is going on, grab the workbook and go through the process and figure out what is actually getting in the way of you feeling worthy and capable enough and valued enough to make your business thrive. So it doesn't matter if you're getting the workbook because you're overwhelmed or stuck, or you're a mom wanting to do more, or you're a husband who thinks his family is needing him to constantly sacrifice himself, but never put yourself first, or whatever and whoever you are, this workbook is for you because I created it in such a manner that it will serve whoever needs it. If you find yourself needing something, but you don't know what, it's meant for you. Maybe not all questions will resonate, but there will be that one question or that one prompt or that one phrase that I speak there that will make you think, hey, I am worth it. I deserve this. I deserve a better life for me, for my family, for my friends, for everyone surrounding me. I deserve it. So, my loves, this is a little bit of the backstory of how Truth Left Unspoken came to life, came to light. I'm really excited for you guys to experience it, to buy it, to gift it, to go through the process yourselves, to uncover who you really are when you start speaking the truth that was left unspoken, because you are worth it. And I am so proud of you. And you'll see in the book why I'm proud of you. So, my darlings, the homework for this week is figure out why you need to start speaking the truth left unspoken. Figure out what is behind the why. Why is it important for you to start owning your truth and showing up as your true self? And then go from there. I'm really excited to hear your answers. I'm really excited to see what transforms in you with these answers and with the journey through the workbook itself. Please share with me all your questions, all your answers, all your curiosities in a quick email at info@becomingabundant.net. Make sure you follow me on any of my socials. My handle is I am becoming abundant. I'm quite fun there. If you are not following me yet, I get to share more mentoring, more guiding, more fun things because I get to serve you and I get to love you into your best version of yourself because I love speaking life into you. So thank you for today. I love you. Can't wait to hear all your amazing responses, all your transformations. And until next time, be blessed And may mercy, peace, and love be multiplied to you. Bye. I love you and take care.